back to the regularly scheduled programming. Okay. So Chantel Drone, 23 years old, was arrested in Gardenia, California. She was arrested and booked for 32A PC accessory to murder, booking number 6472430. The case against those arrested will be presented to the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office for filing consideration no later than Thursday, September 29th, 2022. So what does this mean exactly, guys? What this means is that the police are going to go ahead and make a probable cause arrest, all right, because they feel as though they have enough evidence, and then they'll go ahead and submit a complaint or file some kind of document, in respect to that arrest later on. And this is kind of one of the benefits of being a state and local. The state and locals, guys, can make PC arrests all day. They don't necessarily have to cut any type of paper to arrest you. They can just get some information. Okay, we have enough. Let's fucking do it. They go make their arrest, and then they present the case to the district attorney after the fact. Feds, we don't operate that way. With the feds, you ain't arrested nobody unless you talk to an AUSA, okay, or an assistant United States attorney versus an assistant district attorney. When you're a federal, you got to do everything with the AUSA. You typically don't arrest someone without an AUSA's authorization to, agree to prosecute the case and to go ahead and already have preemptive steps to file a criminal complaint or whatever it may be like that. But with the state, they can go ahead and arrest you off rip, just off probable cause. They don't have to cut no paper, right? And the reason for that is because for expediency reasons, guys, as you guys know, you could be a local police officer driving down the road, catch someone on the side of the road. They have some weed on them. What, you're going to call a prosecutor at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, hey, do you want to take my case? No, they're just going to fucking arrest you, book you right there and then, take you to jail, drop you off, write up some paperwork. And then, at some point, whether you get bond or not, the state will come back and, decide if they're going to file charges against you later. That's how the state works. But the feds, it's much more refined. The reason why the feds don't lose cases, guys, is because when the feds come, they've done a case. There's an AUSA involved from the beginning. The AUSA authorized that arrest. You've been indicted by a federal grand jury 9 out of 10 times. So that is why the feds don't lose. But with the state, they have way more leeway to make arrests like this. So that's why I think it was very important to make that distinguished for you guys, that they're not actually filing paperwork until the 29th. However, they already got 2 people in custody and they're searching for a what's it called? An absconder, okay? Or a fugitive. Seeking the public's assistance locating suspect wanted for murder. The Los Angeles Police Department, this was released on September 28th, by the way, guys. The Los Angeles Police Department South Bureau Homicide Division detectives are seeking the public's assistance in locating a suspect responsible for murder. And then also I want to let you guys know the fact that they had the FBI and ATF involved off of RIP tells me that 9 out of 10 chance that they already knew that this guy had fled Los Angeles and was out of state. That's why they got the feds involved early on. And I wouldn't be surprised if this guy wasn't on the FBI's radar and ATF, because when they say LAPD Task Force Operation South Bureau, blah, 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 you guys want to know what the translation for that is? Safe Streets Task Force. That's what the fuck it means, guys. Typically, when the FBI has a task force and they're working with state and locals, 9 out of 10 times, it's either going to be a JTTF or more than likely, if it's street crime, violent crime like this, it's called the FBI Safe Streets Task Force, which they developed, decades ago to combat organized crime, violent crime in the United States. And then obviously, since there was a gun involved in this situation, I'm not surprised that the ATF was involved, but more than likely, this guy probably was on the FBI and or ATF's radar from before, and they knew that he absconded the state and went over to where he was caught. Sorry for that sound in the background, guys. Someone pulled a fire alarm here in the building like an idiot. So stupid. L for the person that pulled the fire alarm. So okay. So so we go here. The Los Angeles Police Department South Bureau Homicide Division detectives are seeking the public's assistance in locating a suspect responsible for murder. On Monday, September 12, 2022, Rakeem Allen, aka PNB Rocket, arrived at a restaurant located at the 100 block of West Manchester Ave with his girlfriend. As they were having lunch, a suspect entered the restaurant and approached Allen. The suspect shot Allen, removed some of his property. The suspect also demanded property from Allen's girlfriend. The suspect fled the location in an awaiting vehicle. Freddie Lee Trone has been identified as being a person involved in the murder of Rakeem Allen. He should be considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, you are urged to call 911 for immediate assistance. Anyone having information on the whereabouts of the suspect or anyone having additional information about this homicide is urged to contact the South Bureau. So, and here's the actual situation here, guys, where they charged them, okay? Los Angeles County District Attorney George Cascon announced today that the father of the 17-year-old son have been father and the 17-year-old son have been charged with killing rapper PNB Rock at South Los Angeles restaurant earlier this month. I think the investigators who presented the case to my office, as we do every single day. We will work diligently to make sure that those responsible for taking the life of an innocent victim are held accountable. Freddie Lee Trone, date of birth January 10, 1982, was charged today in case TA 158511 with 1 count of murder and conspiracy to commit robbery and 2 counts of second-degree robbery. Chantel Trone 814-84 faces 1 count of accessory after the fact. Chantel Tron is expected to be arraigned today in Department 12 of the Los Angeles County Superior Court Compton branch. The minor was charged with 1 count each of murder and conspiracy to commit robbery. He also faces 2 counts of second-degree robbery. He made his initial court appearance today in Department 262 at the Compton Juvenile Court. He is scheduled to return on October 19th for pretrial hearing. So in a couple of days, guys, he's going to have his pretrial hearing. Also, the reason why I got 2 counts for second-degree robbery is because he tried to rob PNB's wife as well. Okay, September 12th, 30-year-old Rakeem Allen, also known as PNB Rock, was fatally shot during a robbery at Roscoe's house in Chicken and Waffles. The teen and Chantel Tron were later arrested. Freddie Lee Tron fled, has not been arrested. The case remains under investigation. So they didn't get him, guys, right? So they filed the stuff, right? And they didn't get him until later on.